Hey guys, we are live today. Let's see if we can get some live watchers. Hopefully we can go live for like a little bit. I probably won't go live for super long, but we'll go live for a little while. I'm yawning already. So grab your drinks, your projects, and let's talk, I guess. So I'm going live on my laptop. If you can't tell, the quality's not as great. It's decent, but like it's not as great. So I can read y'all's comments on my phone, and then and then I guess yeah. So I'm going to get ready to read you guys' comments on the live. So, but I gotta turn down the volume because I'm gonna have to watch my live. I think. Oh, is it gonna tell myself that I'm live? No, it's not going to. Give me 1 second. We are going to have to go to my channel. It is going to say I'm currently live. It's going to officially say I have a watcher probably. Actually, it might not because it's me watching. Yeah, it's not showing there's any live watchers. Maybe there is going to be. Maybe there's not. It's definitely higher quality on my phone. My laptop is not as high quality. Hello, if you're watching. It does say I have a live watcher, but that might actually be me on my phone. So, yeah. That might not legitimately be a live watcher, but anyway. Let's grab my yarn. I don't know which project this goes to. Oh, it does go to this one. I'm going to push you back just a hair so I can set my project out. Oh, I dropped. Oh my goodness, you guys. I dropped my crochet hook and I caught it long ways like this with my legs. My legs are kind of like half crossed like this, and in between where it's crossed, right down here, I like caught it. I can't show you, but I caught it. Not that if I dropped it, it'd have been a big deal, but like, you know. So here we are with my project. Hi, we got some watchers. So if you want to know what I'm working on, I'm making sleeves for a sweater. I just got to figure out where I'm at. This is what the sleeve is looking like so far. I don't know where I'm at. I'm pretty sure. I'm also examining my project here to see, like, because I think I already did the increasing. I think I just, yeah, I just need one more row, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. So, if you don't know what's going on and you're confused, I was just babbling to myself just now. Also, comment down below, say hey, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. We have at least one watcher because one of them is me on my phone, so that I could maybe read your guys' comments on my phone. I don't know what I'll do, whichever one is going to be easier for me. So say hey, say hello if you're watching. So this is. Oh, I should have grabbed. Dang it! You see, I should have grabbed my tape measure, but it's fine. I don't need it. It'd just be nice to check the length every so often to see how long it's becoming. So this is the main sleeve so far. And I've decided that I'm most likely done increasing to make the sleeve wide enough. I'm just doing length now. And if you're wondering how this is going to be a sleeve, is it's folded in half. So you can see this looks more like a sleeve now. So this is the cuff and this is the sleeve going up. And then obviously the seam will be here. So we got that one. And then this one. So I'm working both sleeves at the same time. I think that one just has an extra row compared to this one for sure. So this one is the same size. It just has one less row. And the other one, I'm just randomly making this up as I go and doing half doubles like I did on my sweater. So once I'm done with this, all that I have to do is sew all the panels, stitch or sew the panels together depending on how I decide I want to put the panels together, and then obviously do like a neckline and stuff like that, and then just some finishing details. I did have to redo and undo the sleeves quite a bit, so there is some rewind of the yarn so it doesn't come from the hole exactly, but I just unwound it. And obviously these sleeves are just getting started, so they're not, you know, even close to being done. But, we're getting there. So I just do a few rows on one sleeve and then a few rows on the other, and that just basically helps it that they'll get done roughly about the same time. I don't have to worry about finishing one sleeve and then completely starting a second sleeve, if that makes sense. They'll be done roughly around the same time. So if you're tuning in and watching today's live, say hey, say hello, let's chat. For sure, let's chat. I know it's kind of weird that I've not been posting and not been going live. I have just been dealing with some things, and I'm just going to promise and agree to just make content for YouTube if and when I want to. And that's what I'll agree to. I decided I wanted to go live because I was going to work on my project. And so there we go. We're going live, and that's what we're doing. And if you can hear cars in the background, I'm sorry, I live off the road. There are cars everywhere. I hope we get more than 2 watchers, but I'm presuming the 2 watchers might be me. They both might be me. Because one of them might be me on my computer, which I don't think should count. And then the other one is definitely me on my phone. So, if anything, we have one live watcher, but no comments so far. So, I feel like I'm talking to myself because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm my own audience, I guess. I didn't give that much notice to the live, but I did post notice, I didn't want to, give too much notice and go live kind of late. It might be late for other people, but it's only 7:30 here, so it's not late here at all. So I am just finishing this row. That means I should have the same amount of rows now. So this is what we got going on. The sleeve. And now I'm going to try to match them up and see if they're the same. Now, I mean, obviously they're going to be a tiny bit different just because of tension. Because that's just what happens. Retention's never the same twice. But as far as I can see and tell, they're pretty much identical now. So that is lovely. That's great. I will be back in 1 second. I want to drink my lemonade. Back. If you've never tried the Florida Naturals lemonade, that's pretty good. It wasn't too pricey. Needed some hydration there. I like lemonade. Comment down below if you also like lemonade, because I know I like lemonade. So yeah. And my arm's getting tangled. Oh no. It's because I have 2 skeins going on at once. And it's not really enjoying. It's being weird. Oh wait, maybe it wouldn't be so weird if I did that. So typically I'll do a few rows on one piece and then that same amount on the other piece when I'm doing duplicates, instead of doing like 1 row on one and 1 row on the other, because that just takes too long in my opinion. So I'll do like 3 to 5 rows on one, especially if they're just no increases, no decreases, just like straight across. And then I'll just make sure to keep track of that and then do the same amount on the other side. So that's typically what I do when crocheting 2 identical pieces. And I like doing it this way because all the time, because then they're kind of both done at the same time. It doesn't look like we have any watchers. We have 2 watchers, but they're both me. So I think. I know for certain at least one of them's me. So if I don't get any live watchers soon, then I'm probably gonna go and not post this, because I thought I'd have at least somebody watching, but I guess not. I just got bored and was like, oh, we'll go live. Also, the camera's mirrored. So, like, my scrunchie is not on my left hand, it's on my right hand. This is my right hand and arm. But it's the left one on video, apparently. Let me know if you guys don't mind me going live on my computer or my laptop compared to my phone. Let me know what you guys think. Also, watching somebody crochet, in my opinion, is very, I don't know what the word is. It's just so nice to watch, I feel like. So yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to make these sleeves, but I'm assuming from cuff to the top of the sleeve, I'm just going to guesstimate like roughly 17 to 20 inches, depending on what that looks like and where that sits. Because that might end up being too short, or it might end up being too long. I don't know, so we'll just have to see. I don't exactly visual how long 17 inches is, but I just feel like that could be a good number. Also, if you guys want to recommend a good sweater making yarn for like a nice, not super thin sweater, one that's going to be cozy and comfy, and also a yarn that's not going to break the bank, if you know what I mean, because ain't nobody got money to spend on expensive yarn and whatnot. So, let me know. I am doing another row. I think I've done 3 rows total. One of them was to catch up to this one. So there, and then I did 2. This would be the second additional row. So that means I would need to do 2 more rows on this sleeve to match this sleeve, which is going to be good. So yeah, I'm just at home chilling. Got my room cleaned. I think I'm going to do laundry tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do with laundry. And then from there, yeah. We will just do laundry. I hope we get a watcher. If you want to watch my live, say hey, say hello, and tune in. I probably should just post this anyways, just because you guys can watch this on the replay and comment on the replay video. If you're wondering, I am still using my H 5mm crochet hook. This is like one of my most popular ones. I find that this is like just a really good size for me for like a lot of my projects. I'll sometimes use ones like a little bigger, usually a little smaller. But I typically like the H size. That's been like my favorite size for a while now. Plus, I just love my clover hooks. I stand by clover. I prefer the clover more, as you guys already know. I have stood by my clover amours for 7 years now, and I don't envision myself finding another crochet hook that I love either better or just as much as these ones. And I mean the clover more specifically. I had a set of clover soft touch hooks, and they're totally different. I personally did not enjoy them. They're not bad hooks. I just personally didn't enjoy the grips and how they held. But they're high quality because everything Clover makes is high quality. So the quality is impeccable. So if you're not sure and you get the chance to try them for free, like because I got my set given to me, I would try them just to see which ones you like better. Because they're not bad hooks. I just prefer this style of grips. And then also, I like that the Clover Amore have different hook colors. So every hook is a different color. And that's kind of cool because you can kind of memorize the size by the color. You can be like, oh, I need this hook size for this project, and it's this color. And I just find that, for me personally, crocheting with a hook that's like, it's just boring when all the hooks are the same color, you know? I like rainbow personally, and I like the fact that these are all rainbow colors. Like you got blue, you got pink, You got green, you got yellow, you got purple. You got all the colors, and I like that. I enjoy the fact that they come in different colors. And I think that that's really cool. Like, we got this one, which is the one I'm using, which I like. And then we also have this one. I mean, this one's a lot greener in real life than on camera. This one is showing up as a darker blue, but this one's not even that dark of a blue. It's like a lighter blue, I guess. And this one is showing up more like a lighter blue, but this one's more green than light blue. But they come in all different colors. Oh yeah, see, if I hold it back here, it's way more green. It's just when I hold it closer up, it gets bluer. This is definitely a green, not a blue. And this one's definitely a blue. So I like that they come in different colors. I find that makes it way more fun to crochet with. And also, like I have mentioned a bajillion times in all my videos, I've had these hooks for 7 years. So I've had them for a long time, and they've withstood the test of time. So far, I have loved these hooks, and they have become my ride or die. For good reason, obviously, just because probably should get. You can wash these grips if you want to. In case anyone is wondering, I have done so. You do not take the grips off the hook. You just wash the whole hook in hot soapy water, and it does not damage the grips. At least not for me. I have done it many, many, many times. And so, yeah. I'm just going to keep going with this one for a while, and then I'll add more to the other one later. I just put them up against each other, and if they match in length, and they look like they both stop at the same spot, then I just kind of know that they're the same amount of rows. That's just kind of how I do it. Like, I lay them on top of each other, and if they're matching, then they're same. Because I know they're the same amount of stitches, for sure. I don't really have to worry about the row count too much. Oh, we have a hi. We have hello. You're late to the live. I mean, I've been live for almost 30 minutes now. It says you unliked the video. Can you like it again, please? You liked it and then I unliked. Oh no. Oh no. See, it still says I only have 2 viewers. Even though I clearly have you as a 3rd viewer. Oh, you're fine. There we go. It liked the video and then you must have bumped the button because it liked it and then immediately unliked it. And I was like, no. This is the project that we're working on. Also, I've got my last little bit of lemonade with me. I love lemonade. It's just so refreshing, you know? Also, I have kind of a silly story to tell. If anyone wants to hear this silly story. It is very lighthearted and very silly. And it's a true story. So, if you want to hear it, let me know in the comments. Hopefully you do. Okay, so we have this restaurant in town called Island Cafe. And they have a menu that's like 5 pages long. It's like a huge, nicely made menu. And they're best known for their breakfast. Okay, and there's like maybe 2-3 items that you can only get until 2 p.m. and then they stop making it. But they have like 2 of the pages or 2 or 2.5, maybe 3 pages. You know, the majority of the menu is just all breakfast stuff, right? And they do breakfast all day, every day that they're open. And there's just, like I said, maybe 2, 3 items that you can only get past 2 p.m. And they have other stuff on the menu too that you can get at any time. But I primarily go for the breakfast food because it's so good. So I went with a friend, and we always get, when we go, we always split this burger. That's really good. So we went and we split this burger. It's very good. They make really good burgers that are like not hard as a rock, but that are also not super greasy as well. So we always get the burger when we go. Um, so we went there and we asked for some lemon wedges to go on our waters to make like a little lemon water. So, or wait, no, we got lemon like that. Sorry, I'm messing up the story. We got this fruit dish. I'm telling the story wrong. So we got this fruit dish, and basically we got it, and we were like, oh, we were told it was going to be this fruit, not this fruit, and we were told these were going to be oranges, not lemons, right? And the lady goes, oh, these are the oranges. They're just extra yellow right now, and they just said that these are what the oranges look like right now. They're just weird tasting oranges. So we're like, whatever. So, I start eating whatever. And I'm like, these are definitely not oranges. I told the waitress, I'm like, these are not oranges. And she's like, yeah, no, they are. And I'm like, no, they're like not oranges. They're like, they look like lemons, right? They look just like a lemon. And they don't taste like oranges. And she was like, oh yeah, they're just unripe oranges, pretty much, basically. They're just not fully ripe yet. And I'm like, they are ripe. And she's like, well, how do you tell they're ripe, basically? And I was like, well, because they fall off the rind. Like I could peel it off the rind with one hand. So I know that they're ripe. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, and after talking to the waitress, I was like, you got bamboozled. And she was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, because you put in an order for oranges and they sent you lemons. And you're serving them as oranges. And she was like, no way. And she goes, they do taste a little different, but they're sweet. And I'm like, that's because they're Meyer lemons. That's what I said. And if you know anything, Meyer lemons are a navel orange lemon hybrid. So I told him, like, you got bamboozled. You ordered oranges for your restaurant, and they sent you Meyer lemons. These are very ripe lemons. They are not, they're ripe because they're pretty sweet. They're not they're like a sweet lemon. They're not the exact same orangey flavor, but they're just like a sweeter, like lemon flavor. And they were like very, 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 very yellow with like the slightest little tinge of orange. Like yellow with a very light tinge of orange undertone. And I'm like, you definitely got bamboozled because you did not get what you ordered. So I would speak to your supplier or whatever and be like, there's a mix up here. Like next time, please make sure that if we're ordering oranges, that you're sending us oranges because these were not oranges. And she tells me, she's like, now that I think about it, they don't taste like oranges. I'm like, well, yeah, because they're not oranges. That's why they don't taste like oranges. And she looks at me and she's like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, well, you think? If they were oranges, they would taste like oranges. And sometimes unripe oranges can be like a yellowish orange, but these were like bright yellow with like just a tiny orange undertone. And they were very ripe. Like, they came right off the rinds or the skins, whatever you want to call them. And they're just super sweet. And I'm like, these are just... So I told her, I said, you gotta Google it. They're Meyer lemons. So I Googled it and I sent her a picture. And I'm like, they look like Meyer lemons. They smell like Meyer lemons. And they taste like Meyer lemons too. Just like a Meyer lemon. They taste exactly like that. I know what they taste like. I've grown them before. Well, I haven't, but I've had family that's grown them. And I was like, they're just not oranges, lady. And she was like in disbelief that they just weren't oranges. And so I thought it was funny because she was trying to convince me they were oranges, and I'm like, these are definitely not oranges. Like, you really got bamboozled. These are for sure lemons. It's like, they're not regular lemons either. They're not even the good kind. They're the sweet ones. So if you want to look up Meyer lemons on your own time, so they're Myer, I think. So yeah. That's the funny story. That I was having to explain to the waitress that they were serving what they thought were just unripe or weird oranges, but they in reality are lemons. And I just thought it was funny. So, this is what we got going on for the sleeve. For the one sleeve. And then this is what we got going on for the other sleeve. So I'm going to keep going on this sleeve, and then once I get a few more rows done on this sleeve, I will probably switch and then catch up on the other sleeve. And basically, I'm just going back and forth until it's the length that I want. And since I don't know if I've shown you this, Lydia, at all. I don't know if I've shown this, but so this is, I'm just going to show you on the smaller one, the one that's not worked as far, because the whole row has been finished, so it'll be easier. So it looks kind of weird because it's increased, but it won't look weird as a sleeve, I promise. Because you fold it in half, and then you have the cuff right here where your wrist is, and then this is the sleeve. Oh, Jesus, I can't even get it right. There we go. So you have the cuff down here, if you can see it. And then you have the sleeve that'll go up. And then this is the seam. I don't know if I can I? Can I? Let me try to see if I can figure this out. I mean, I might be able to. Wait, what's this? Oh, cancel. That's to share my screen. Is there a way to do it like while you're on live? Well, can I not do it while I'm on live, like right now? Yeah, we'll talk about it. But anyway, so basically, this is what the sleeve will look like. And then it'll be like a tube. That'll go up the length that you need. And then this right here will be the seam. So this is just what it looks like open. And it will eventually be folded in half. It doesn't, I don't remember allowing me to. But maybe it does, I'm not sure. So I think I'll do a few more rows on this sleeve and then get that other sleeve to catch up a little bit. But that way when I make progress on one sleeve, I'm working on both, so it's like, because I don't want to get done with one sleeve and be like, I have to make a whole nother sleeve. I can just be like, oh, they're both done. And for the record, I have done both of the panels. So we just need to do the sleeves, stitch everything together, do a neckline and some finishing details, and we can be done. If you can recommend any good sweater making yarn for like a nice, cozy, warm sweater that's not made with super thin yarn, and also with a yarn that's not super expensive, like as well. Oh, hello! Sorry, I did not see your comment at all. I wasn't ignoring you, I didn't even see it. I was focusing on my project and I didn't even see it. I just now saw it, sorry. Delayed response on my part. I will discuss what I am making here in just a second. I know it has. I'm sorry. I went live like last week, I think. I've just been strictly doing lives because I just have not been motivated to upload content, but I will be uploading non-live content. I swear. What's the weather like where you're at, Will? Yes. I've written 2 songs so far. I mean, I've written like 14 throughout my life, but ish. Something like that. But, oh no. Have you guys been struggling with power? I don't know what the temperature is here. Let me look. Just so I can, so since we're talking about weather. Oh, it's 43 here. 43 degrees here. So I will show what I'm working on in just a second for Will because he has not seen. Our power hasn't gone yet, but it is raining hard right now. It's been raining here too, if I'm being honest. Oh my goodness. I just realized that stitch was a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. Gosh dang it, it still is. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm having trouble with my attention at the moment. So that's that. So I've taken a break from making my working on my music. I'm not gonna quit. I've just been taking a break. Oh, cool. That's nice. Yeah, I've been taking a break from my music journey just because that wasn't supposed to ever be anything serious. It's just something fun when I think about it. So I've been taking a break from that and working on my book currently right now. Off and on. That hasn't been anything serious. I've been busy doing a million things. Yeah, running a business, working, sort of thing. I am self-employed and employed. So I got a lot going on. So, So, it doesn't want to lay flat, but this is what I'm working on currently right now. This is the smaller one. It's the same width. It just not as many rows. So I'm making both, and I don't know if you can tell what it is. Lydia already knows. I'll show you. So this is going to be the sleeve of my sweater. I've done a few more rows on this one than I've done on this one because I'm working them kind of around, kind of at the same time. So they are the same width. This one's just a little taller because I just added a bunch more rows on this one. So I might do a few more rows on this one and then catch up on the other one. So fold it in half. This would be where the seam is. And then this is the little cuff, like the cuff on this one. And then it gets wider as it goes up. So that's a sleeve. Oh, cool. Darn, you guys. I drank all my lemonade. So that's not great, but comment down below if you like lemonade or if you don't. Like, what's your favorite flavor of juice? I don't really know what my favorite flavor would be, but I do love lemonade. I am a lemonade lover. Lemonade is great. So those are the sleeves. Obviously, one has more rows worked, but they're both the same width because I'm done with the increasing at this point. I'm just strictly working on the height, really. So this is the front panel. This is the bottom, the ribbing on the bottom. And then this is the cutout for the neck. It is kind of a wide cutout. I probably should have made the shoulders. I probably should have made the cutout for the neck a little bit smaller. But I can always undo the shoulders because they're not weaved in and just make the cutout or the opening for the neck like just a little bit less wide. So I might end up deciding that I like that better. I don't know. There are 75 stitches total, so 25 for each shoulder, and then an additional 25 in the middle. It just ended up working that way. Oh, cool. So let me know your thoughts on this panel if I should undo the shoulders and make the shoulders a little bit wider. Because that's a pretty wide neck, if you ask me. I think it's a pretty wide neck. But I don't know if the neck is too wide or what. And then obviously this will stretch to fit, I hope. It's a very stretchy acrylic yarn. So it will stretch to fit, I think. So I might, like I said, redo the shoulders and make the shoulders a little bit wider and then make the neckline a little bit shorter or smaller. But that's gonna be fine. I'll still make the shoulders I'll still make the panel the same length no matter what. So that's the front panel, and then the back panel is more or less the same. It's just there's no shoulders on this one, which is a blank. So we're currently just working on the sleeves right now. It's definitely, like, the neck opening is pretty big. So I'm not making the neck opening bigger. The neck opening is huge. We'll just throw that aside. So here's the neck opening. Like, see, I feel like we could maybe go in a few more stitches. But then again, I feel like the shoulders are wide enough too as well. So I can always, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, I think it'll work. I don't know. So I think I'm just going to keep working on this one. And then this one we'll add to it later to catch up. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing, pretty much. Okay, I can do that. I'll have to take off my sweater because the neck opening is big enough. That's not the problem. It just might be a little too big, if you know what I mean. Which won't be an issue to make smaller, so I might end up making it a little smaller, which I probably will do actually, because that's a pretty wide neck opening if you ask me. I probably will do like, yeah, I'll probably just undo them and use the same yarn and make it a little bit wider. Like, I'll probably make it 3 or 4 stitches shorter on each side. But we can discuss it after I go live. We'll talk about it after I go live. And after I get crawled back in bed. Oh, yeah. That would make me sore, too. As you get older, things start to hurt more. But yeah, I like that I just do a certain amount of rows on one piece. And then I just add it on the other piece. That way they're roughly done around the same time. So I'm not having to think about, oh, now I gotta do the other sleeve, you know what I mean? I can just, be done with them roughly around the same time, which is great. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just chilling. Just thought I'd go. I've cleaned my room up some. It is still kind of a little bit of a mess, but it's a lot better than it was. I got some vacuuming done. Did Will leave? Did Will leave? Will, are you still here? I don't know. Don't say that in the chat or he'll read it. You know what I went to go do today? I went to go get adjusted. I've been needing to find a new chiropractor. Because mine died, apparently. So, yay for me. I went to go schedule an appointment with my chiropractor and found out he died, so there's that. So I was like, okay, well. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I've been trying to get a new chiropractor. One that's not super gentle and like there's these new age chiropractors that are like, we do it the natural way and like we just go like and eh and then like you're adjusted. And I'm like, if you do that to me, it's not even gonna do anything. Oh, that sucks. And I freaking hate that. You know what I mean? Like, I hate the fact that some of these chiropractors, they're afraid to touch you. I'm like, you gotta beat the shit out of me. Pardon my French. But you do. Because if you don't, you're not gonna adjust anything. You're not gonna, you might make a noise, like you might hear a crack, but it's not gonna do anything. You know, I've been learning how to adjust myself, and I don't recommend doing this. So do not do this at home. Do not. I'm telling you now, do not do this at home. But there's been a few times where I'll just pop my neck like I always do, and I can tell it's an adjustment rather than just an amateur neck popping because it hurts, but then feels really good right after. Like, I'll pop it, and then from this side, there'll be like a sharp shooting pain that wraps all the way around my neck up to the same spot on the other side of my neck. That hurts when I do it. But then, like, the very second the adjustment is over, the accidental one, it feels really good. And then I just feel relief and can move my neck without restriction. Right now, it's restricted. Like, that hurts. That hurts. That doesn't really hurt. It's mostly just the side to side motion that's restricted. But, like, there has been at least 3 times where I just go to pop my neck for, like, temporary 5-minute relief, you know, as an amateur. And then I do an accidental, like, legitimate adjustment. And it's like, you know, because it feels, when I do it this way by accident, it feels the same way that it feels when I get adjusted by an actual chiropractor. Like that sharp shooting pain, and then all of a sudden that relief that immediately follows after that feels really good. So I need to figure out like, oh, like that was crunchier. I get popped, but it felt like more of a crunchy pop. Like, I think that might have slightly been an adjustment because that felt different than my normal pops. It sounded like I was crinkling a wrapper. That's what it sounded like. So I think since we really don't have anybody live except for you, I think I'll probably finish this row and then we can chat on video maybe after this one. And then, but I'm not going to sit here. I'm going over, snuggle up with my blankets, and I will take off. I'm still wearing my work shirt under this, but like, maybe I should wear a tank top. I might put on a tank top because then I'll be able to better show you the neck opening. Because I think I made my neck opening pretty big, and I think I might redo that. And I made it so I could undo it and redo all of that if that's what I wanted. And there's 10 rows, so the way that I might do it is for every additional stitch that I do, I'll add a row. So I think, I'm not 100% set on this, but what I'm thinking is if I crochet 3 stitches additional, like make the shoulder 3 stitches wider, then I'll add 3 rows taller. So instead of 10 rows wide, it'll be 13, and so on. So that means total, the neck opening, if I do this exactly this way, would be 6 stitches shorter, because we would do 3 crochet 3 stitches on the right side and then 3 additional on the left side. So that's what we got going on. Obviously this one's a lot smaller, so we will have to catch up. But then again, like I said, when you fold it, this is the seam, obviously, and then this is what the sleeve would look like on the sweater. So yeah, that's pretty much all. Thank you for whoever decided to tune into this live stream. Lydia, stay tuned. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna wear a tank top though, because then we can better lay the front panel on me to determine how we want to proceed with that. If I want to undo the excuse me, on the random hiccups all of a sudden. If I want to undo the shoulders and then make the neck opening a little bit smaller. I'm debating on if that's what I want to do, because I think I do, but I'm not sure yet. Which won't be much extra work, because I can reuse the yarn that's already crocheted on it and just, have to attach a little more. But I have these 2 balls plus all this, plus at least double this over there. So we have more than enough yarn to finish this sweater completely. So it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm not worried because I have plenty of yarn. Like I said, those 2 yarn cakes, that part of the skein, and then more of that other skein over there. So I have more than enough to complete these, modify the panels if I need to, and then do all the finishing details. So anyways, thanks for everybody who tuned into this live stream, and stay tuned for more content coming soon, I promise. And yeah, I will talk to you in a minute, Lydia. Okay, bye guys.